Hi, everyone. This is called Salem. I often know you will call or text, sometimes to the second. Sometimes I hear my friends through the sounds of humming, fainter than a silent saw. Sometimes dreams. I'll email you the next day. You'll write back. Call me what I am. There was the time I moved my former psychic back and forth, vibrating on the Philadelphia sidewalk in a metal chair. The time I moved the energy from my father's legs in my aunt and uncle's basement. The time we were walking past Tompkins Square Park and I calibrated Evan's pain. This is the everyday, not a whim, fluke, curse. But what a miracle that they do not burn me at the stake. I am still a thing to be feared. Anyone who is not a sword-infested man. These days, a Brooklyn-based tarot reading from a white girl is how we've managed to commodify the war. Like camouflage, or the gray army shirt I wore incessantly at 17. In The Crucible, I played Sarah Good, the first of 3 women accused of witchcraft in Salem, March 6th, 1692. 4 months later, I was hanged. I was too bulimic back then to understand the irony. Rehearsal only made it worse. I was told to act crazy. We teased out my thick and curly hair. I lost touch with reality, especially backstage. I'd sneak off to the bathroom to vomit up my food. Now I understand the Puritans were just going off of protocol. The assumption that a witch is the thing that is insane, rather than the gaslighting system that set itself up to scapegoat poor women on the wings of a fresh colonialist genocide. I know what that's like in real life because I am a Jew. Now, the internet and a relatively up-to-speed high school English or theater class will tell you that the play is an allegory for McCarthyism. In 1996, as the play became a movie with Daniel Day-Lewis and Winona Ryder, Arthur Miller wrote an essay in The New Yorker about why he wrote the original script. Says his reflections, half a century later, are of the, quote, America almost nobody I know seems to remember clearly, quote, what terrifies one generation is likely to bring only a puzzled smile to the next. In 2003, I called George W. Bush and his subsidiaries Nazi, fascist, terrorist. Now, the internet and a relatively up-to-speed white liberal or Democrat will tell you that Bush was palatable compared to Donald Trump, an allegory for scapegoating and gaslighting. Miller says, quote, the Crucible was an act of desperation, Depression-era trauma, anti-Semitism, fascism, the hunt for Reds, quote, motivated in some great part by the paralysis that had set in among many liberals who, despite their discomfort with the Inquisitors' violations of civil rights, were fearful, and with good reason, of being identified as covert communists if they should protest too strongly. Sometimes I leave my apartment just to make sure I still know how to cast a spell. For instance, I might say, I'm going to flirt with someone in line while I get a gluten-free muffin and tea. Or perhaps in line for groceries at Trader Joe's. Then poof, eyes wide enough to kiss my throat. This is the everyday. Whim. Fluke. Curse. These days, I am still at stake performing the Crucible. I tried so hard to scorch my memories, to live. Thank you.